Hey investors, so I want to go through this article by App Economy regarding the top buys from the best managers in quarter 3 of 2021. So this article will show their top holdings as well as the biggest buys. So let's look at it in more depth. So before we look at the buys, I just want to highlight that this list is based on what this author feels are the top 20 hedge funds. But he is not completely arbitrary. I mean, he uses the best performing methodology from tip ranks. So there is some objectivity to it. And I've looked through this list before. There are some good fund managers and some that I really like. But maybe there are a few that are missing as well. But at least among those that are listed, let's take a look. So these are the fund managers it looks at. What I like Acre. I know Acre, that's quite a good fund manager. The other one I like is Dorsey Asset Management. I also really like Bailey Gifford and Fundsmith. So first we can take a look at the top 5 holdings. So for example, Night Owl has Microsoft, Amazon, Aeon, Shop, and Pfizer. So Acre has MasterCard, Moody's, American Tower, Visa, and O'Reilly. So you can take a look at this list and you can look at the fund managers that you feel are good in particular, and then you may want to look at their top 5 holdings. But this author also talks about the top 5 holdings among all these top managers. So let's take a look at that. So he ranks companies by the number of times they appear in the top 5 holdings of the selected hedge funds. So for example, Amazon is the most popular stock in the top 5 among these hedge funds, and then Facebook, and then Microsoft, and so on. So Amazon appears 8 times, is in 40% of the funds. Facebook is next, Microsoft, Sea Limited. I'm not sure why people like Sea Limited so much. I know it's a very fast growing e-commerce company, but I think e-commerce generally is a money losing business. Even in Amazon, what makes Amazon great is the AWS part of it. But anyway, so Shopify, PayPal, Alphabet, Tesla, Visa, Square, JD. So all companies that are quite well known. So if you look further down the list, Bill.com, Moderna apparently is now in a very popular stock. Snap, Uber, Mercado Libre, Disney, Aeon. So some interesting ones here. The ones I am keeping an eye out on are Mercado Libre. JD is interesting. It seems that people are still choosing to have JD despite the China crackdown. I think they feel that JD is perhaps less exposed than Alibaba. I'm not so sure. I still think Alibaba is quite a strong company. So these companies are new on the list compared to its quarter 2 review. Mercado Libre, Disney, and Aeon. So there have been these hedge funds have been buying into these companies. So now let's take a look at what were the biggest buy. So for example, we saw Night Owl. Night Owl had Microsoft as its number 1 holding at the end of quarter 3. But Aeon is the top buy for this fund in quarter 3. So for Acre, he's been buying Brookfield Asset Management. Dorsey has been buying Semrush, Disney, Google, PayPal, Wix. Bailey Gifford has been buying Mercado Libre, DNA, which I think is Ginkgo Bioworks, Dexcom, DoorDash, and Service Corporation International, which is not a company I'm familiar with, but apparently is a provider of death care products and services with a network of funeral homes and cemeteries. This is an interesting one. Fundsmith has been buying Amazon, and yeah, I think Amazon is probably a strong company. Fundsmith has been a little late to the game, but I think they are seeing the value in Amazon now. So then again, he categorizes it in this way. Let's look at the stocks that appear multiple times in the top 5 buys of the selected hedge fund. So Sea Limited was the most popular, followed by Atlassian, DoorDash, and so on. Here is the list in table form. So Sea, Atlassian, DoorDash, Dexcom, they were very popular in buys in quarter 3. Amazon, Microsoft, Alphabet, MasterCard, Mercado Libre, Bilibili, quite interesting. Since it's a China stock. ServiceNow, Zendesk, Duolingo, Robinhood. So I think the companies I'm interested in are Amazon. I mean, I already have most of these companies. Mercado Libre is something I'm looking to add more to. ServiceNow is one company I wish I bought more of, but if it falls quite a lot, I might buy more. So that's about it for this video. Now you know what are the top holdings and what are the top buys for some of these hedge funds in quarter 3. What are the companies you think that should be bought now? Let me know in the comments.